Am I audible? Okay. I'm starting this session. In previous session, what we discussed? Triggers. In the triggers, very clearly we discussed about what is trigger, why trigger, different types of triggers. In the types of triggers, we have seen this table level trigger. In this one example on statement level trigger, one example on row level trigger. How to control DMLs, how to audit the tables. These two examples I covered. Correct, sir? Next, third one. How to implement our own business rules. How to implement our own business rules using trigger. So sometimes we may not apply constraint using ready-made constraints like primary key, foreign key, check. Sometimes we may not apply using those ready-made constraints. So at that time, we can implement those constraints using trigger. See this example, third example. How to implement our own business rules. See here. Third example on triggers. Define a trigger to don't allow any user. So don't allow the user to decrease salary. Don't allow anyone to decrease the salary. Suppose I am submitting like this. Are we increasing salary or decreasing salary? Increasing. Hello. Okay. Suppose I am writing salary minus 2000. Are we increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. So if anyone is decreasing like this in the EMP table, if anyone is decreasing salary, don't allow them. Raise the error. Raise error like this or minus 20,000 50. Okay. You cannot decrease salary like this. So this is my requirement. So if salary increased, allow. But if anyone is trying to decrease the salary, don't allow. In the organization, the rule is that they always increase the salary. They never decrease the salary. If anyone is decreasing, don't allow. This is our requirement. Did you understand the question? Easy. Very easy. Um, what is colon new? Variable. What it holds? What will be stored in the colon new? Huh? What will be stored in the colon new? New row. It is row type. It can hold only one row. What will be stored in colon node? Old row. Now you tell me now. You tell me, sir. This is new salary. This is old salary, sir. Understand this. Suppose old salary 20,000, new salary 25,000. Tell me now, salary increased or decreased? Huh? Increased. How you are telling? New salary is greater than old salary. Suppose 18,000. Old salary 20,000, new salary 18,000. Now tell me, salary increased or decreased? Decreased. How you are telling? New salary is less than old salary. Same condition we have to apply, sir. How to write now? In the trigger, write like this. If in the trigger, write like this. If how to access new salary? Colon new dot salary. Very good. You only telling observe. Colon new dot salary. Less than colon old dot salary. Then raise error. How to raise error? Raise application error. Give our own error code. Give our own error message. Simple. And if this is trigger code. Which trigger we have to define? Statement level trigger or row level trigger? Huh? Row level trigger. Remember that colon new colon old cannot be used in statement level trigger. Remember this point. Yesterday I told this, but maybe you forgot. This colon new colon old. We can use these two variables in the row level trigger only. In the statement level trigger, we cannot use them. So that is why we must define row level trigger here. Now I am defining the trigger now. Define the trigger. First, roughly I am telling, sir. And no need to explain two times because you already know the logic. You have to tell now. Tell me now how to create the row level trigger, sir. Trigger, trigger name. Before trigger or after trigger? Before trigger or after trigger? Before trigger. Why before trigger? Suppose if you are defining after trigger, sir. Okay. If you define after trigger, what happens here? Salary will be decreased first. First DML. After that, our trigger tells that you cannot decrease. You cannot decrease. Meaningless or not? Meaningless. So first DML performed. After trigger means first DML performed, then trigger executed. So first you are decreasing the salary here. Okay, salary decreased here. After that, our trigger is telling that you cannot decrease. Meaningless. A defining trigger is waste here. So definitely we have to define before trigger. So how to define before trigger? Before. Give DML list. Before performing which operation? Update. Update only. On. Which table? EMP. Okay, for row level trigger, what we write? For each row. Declare begin end semicolon slash. Right logic. Check that salary decreased or not. What's the condition? If colon new dot salary less than colon old dot salary. If new salary is less than old salary, then salary decrease. Raise error. How to raise error? Raise application error. Raise application error. Give our own error code. Give our own error message. You cannot decrease salary. Close this if right. Enter. Simple. Copy this code. Working on a test here. Opening SQL Plus. Login as our batch user. Set all the settings. Set server output on. Set verify off. Set page size 200. Line size 200 and clear the script. Okay. Now, observe now. I'm copying the trigger code here. Trigger create, observe. Now I'm trying to increase the salary now. Update EMP, set salary equals to salary plus 1000. Increase. Working. I'm trying to increase the salary. It is working. Suppose I'm trying to decrease the salary, sir. Now, when we are trying to decrease the salary, okay, before update, okay, I'm trying to decrease the salary here. So before update means first trigger code will be executed. Before trigger means first trigger code will be executed. For first row, it is executing. For first row, it is executing now. For example, first employee salary, assume 5,000. We're decreasing 1,000 rupees. His new salary is 4,000. So now new salary is less than old salary. Condition is true. So gives message as error as you cannot decrease salary. Application terminated there only. It will not execute remaining code. Transaction stopped there only. See, error. You cannot decrease salary. Or minus 2,000, 20,050. You cannot decrease salary. So T3 is controlling us. Is it clear, sir? That's it. Now you know very clearly about table level trigger. So till here, when I ask the questions, give the response here. Tell me, sir, what is trigger? Named block. In that block, what we are defining? When these statements will be executed? When we submit DDL or DML. How many types of triggers are there? What are those? Table level trigger, schema level trigger, database level trigger. In the table level, again, two types are there. What are those? Statement level trigger means for one SQL statement, one time trigger gets executed. Row level trigger means for every row, one time trigger gets executed. So if trigger is created on table, that is table level trigger. So using this trigger, we can control DMLs. This program we have said. If Sunday don't allow DMLs. This auditing also we have said. If anyone is accessing our EMP table data, we are recording in EMP audit. And if anyone is decreasing the salary, don't allow. We are implementing our own rule. In organization, the rule is that they increase the salary. They never decrease. That rule will be implemented. That's it, sir. Table level trigger, successfully we finished it, sir. Okay. If it is clear, we can move forward. Is it clear up to here? Online students, please confirm. Is it clear up to here? Next one. Schema level trigger. We are discussing now. Next, we discuss about database level trigger. Easy, sir. Small topic. Okay. In 10 minutes, we can discuss it. It will not take much time. Yeah. What is this schema level trigger and database level trigger we are discussing? You tell me, who defines this table level trigger? It is the duty of whom? Who defines the schema level trigger and database level trigger? Do you know this pointer? So DBA defines schema level trigger, database level trigger. This is not our duty. We are PLSQL developers. This is our duty. This is not our duty. DBS duty. But for knowledge purpose, we are learning here. So schema level trigger can be also called as DDL trigger because here in the trigger specification, we give DDL list here. Just like in the table level trigger, we have given DML list, that is DML trigger. Here we give DDL list. So what is schema level trigger? If trigger is created on schema, if trigger is created on schema, then it is called schema level trigger. Okay, schema means user. You already know this one. Many times I told this part. How to define it? What is the purpose of it? So to control one user's purpose is to control one user's DDL actions. To control one user's DDL actions, we define it. That's it, sir. This is the purpose. To control one user's DDL actions, we are using it. What's the syntax? Yeah. Syntax is very clear. Create or replace trigger. Give trigger name. Right before or after. Before or after. Okay. Same as table level trigger only up to here. But in table level trigger, we give DML list. Here we give DDL list because its purpose is controlling DDLs. To control one user's DDL actions, we are defining it. That is why we are giving DDL list here. That is why it is called DDL trigger here. On which user? Give that schema name. Schema name dot schema. That's it. Then here write declare begin this same as table level trigger only. Declare begin end everything you know. Here we write executable statement. And here we declare the variables. That's it. So this is trigger header, or you can say trigger specification. This is trigger body. Remember the syntax, follow it. And easy to remember also. In a table level trigger, what we did, here we have given DML list. Here we have given table name. Table name. That is table level trigger. If you give DML list, if you give table name, this is table level trigger, statement level trigger. But now what I'm giving here, TTL list. So what I'm writing here, schema name dot schema. That's it. So just remember this syntax and follow it. So this is the syntax. Okay. Now see one example on it. Define a trigger to don't allow C hash batch 2 PM user to drop any database object. Don't allow this user to drop any database object. So in the DDL list, what we have to give here? Drop. Okay. In the on class, what we have read here? C hash batch 2 PM dot schema like this. So don't allow this user to drop any database object. So we are controlling one user's DDL action. To control one user's DDL actions, we define schema level trigger. This is older one. Nowadays, no one is using. So only database level trigger only they are using. And even in latest books, you cannot find this topic. Even in the latest books, they are not printing this schema level trigger also. Only in the old books, old developers know this schema level trigger. How to define it? Observe here. Create or replace trigger. trigger name. Okay, which trigger we have to define? Before trigger or after trigger? Don't allow this user to drop any database object. Before trigger or after trigger? Before trigger. Suppose he is submitting like this, sir. Drop table. Okay, drop table, sal grade, like this. Like this he is submitting. Don't allow him. Raise error here. This is our requirement. So suppose if I define after trigger here, if I define after trigger, what happens here? First DDL will be executed. So first table will be dropped. After that, my trigger tells that error. You cannot drop table. It is select. Mistake or not? Mistake. So that is why we cannot define after trigger. Definitely we have to define before trigger. So I'm giving trigger name as ST1. But remember that we must log in as DBA, sir. User cannot create this word. Login as. For DBA, username is what, sir? System. So we need to log in as system user. Then only we have to create it. So user cannot create this one right here. Before trigger, before which action? Draw. On which user? Dot schema. Declare begin end semicolon slash. Right here. Raise application error. Raise application error. Give our own error code minus 20,060. Any code you can give. Minus 20,050 also you can give. I mean 60. No. I'm giving message as you cannot drop any database object. That's it, sir. So this is controlling one user. So by seeing this on class, we can identify. By seeing this on class, we can identify this is which type of trigger. In the on, if table name is there, that is table level trigger. In the on, if database is there, database level trigger. In the on, if schema name dot schema is there, schema level trigger. Now what happens? Understand here. This batch 2 p.m. user submitting like this. Drop table EMP. Like this is submitting. So before drop by C hashes batch 2 p.m. Before drop by C hashes batch 2 p.m. This code will be executed. It is giving error. Program stopped here only. Abnormal termination. Wantedly we are terminating because we don't want to allow him. That's it. Copy this. First login as DBS. Notice here. First notice. Drop table. Hike. In the previous session, somewhere we created. Select star from hike. Or otherwise. Select star from employee. Employee table is there. Observe. This table I want to drop now. So I'm dropping here. Drop table employee. Who is the current user? Check first. Batch 2 p.m. Batch 2 p.m. user is dropping employee table. Employee table. Can he drop or not? Yes. Drop. But don't allow him. Don't allow batch 2 p.m. to drop any database object like this. As of now, he is able to drop. Don't allow him. So define this trigger. Define the trigger now. Who has to define DBA? So first login as DBA now. For DBA, username is system. Password is Naresh IT. Maybe I modified as Naresh. See, Now, define that schema level trigger. Observe. Schema level trigger created by the DBA. Now, again, login as C hash batch 2 p.m. This user is dropping EMP table now. He is unable to drop. Observe. See, sir. Okay. So before trigger created, he was able to drop the table. But after creating this ST1 trigger, he is unable to drop the table now. So when he is trying to drop the table, it is giving error. Around minus 20,060, you cannot drop any database object. Who is restricting this user? ST1. Who is the owner of ST1 system? So like this, we can control one user's DDL actions. So if you want to control one user's DDL actions, then go for this schema level trigger. Okay, so this is example on schema level trigger. Schema level trigger topic is over. Is it clear about schema level trigger? Next, database level trigger. If trigger is created on database, then it is called database level trigger. See the syntax here. If you know schema level trigger, you know database level trigger also. See here. This is the syntax of schema level trigger. This is the syntax of schema level trigger. So to this, I'm making one change. Instead of writing schema name dot schema, I'm writing database. This is database level trigger. Remaining same, sir. It is also DTL trigger only. So if I write like this, C hash batch 2 p.m. dot schema. Now this is schema level trigger. If I write like this, database, this is database level trigger. Why we use it? To control multiple users or all users DDL actions. So if you want to control all users or multiple users DDL actions, then use it. The schema level trigger controlling how many users here? One user. But sometimes we need to control multiple users or all users. So if you want to control multiple users or all users, go for this database level trigger. See one example on it. Define a trigger to don't allow C hash batch 9 AM user, C hash batch 2 p.m. user, C hash batch 4 p.m. user. To drop any database object. Don't allow them to drop any database object. This is our requirement. So now we want to control 3 users now. So to control multiple users or all users, definitely we have to go for database level. Define database level trigger now. What we have tried? Create or replace trigger. Trigger name. Before trigger or after trigger? Which operation? Drop. So before drop, check user here. On database. Here we want to control 3 users here. So to control one user, schema level trigger. To control multiple users, database level trigger. Okay. So create or replace trigger name before drop on database. Right, declare begin end semicolon slash. Raise the error here. To raise the error, I'm writing raise application error minus 20,070. You cannot drop any database object. Like this, we are defining. So who defines it? DBA. So first we have to log in as DBA now. But it is controlling how many users here? All users. Now no user can use this drop. Any user cannot use drop here. All users cannot use drop here. Not 3 users. All users. All users cannot drop now. Including DBA. Including DBA, all users cannot drop, sir. So DBA cannot drop means problem, that is. Okay. So we write like this. If user is a function, attendance current to username is not equals to system, then raise the error. Now all users cannot drop, DBA can drop. So if you want to control all users, this is the code. But what is our requirement now? Don't allow C hash batch 9 a.m., C hash batch 2 p.m., C hash batch 4 p.m. So write like this. If user to compare with list of values, use the operator in operator. If user is in this list, string comparison case sensitive, we must compare with capital letter string. If user is C hash batch 9 a.m., C hash batch 2 p.m., C hash batch 2 p.m., C hash batch 4 p.m. So if user is in this list, then raise the error. That's it. We are controlling 3 users now. So when this batch 9 a.m. user is submitting drop table EMP like this, before a drop, this code will be executed. So this user function returns current username C hash batch 9 a.m. Is C hash batch 9 a.m. in the list? True. Raises error. So now batch 9 a.m. cannot drop. So if username in this list, they cannot drop. If username is not in this list, others can drop. So here we are controlling 3 users. If you want to control all users, write like this. If user is not equals to system, means except DBA, others cannot drop now. If I write code like this, okay, these 3 users cannot drop, others can drop. So like this, we can define database level trigger. So to control multiple users or all users, we are using this database level trigger. Observe now. I'm logging as DBA here. I'm logging as DBA. So now DBA is creating this database level trigger. Trigger create. I'm sorry. Some typing mistakes are there here. Single quotes message observe. To see the errors. Show errors. See in a second line, some error is there. It is select. Okay, let me correct this one. So here, something typed here and single quotes missed here. Again, I am copying this database level trigger code. So only DBA will create it. So first we have to log in as DBA here. As DBA created. Trigger create observe. Database level trigger. It is controlling 3 users. These 3 users cannot drop. If they drop before drop error. Check here. Now login as batch name user. I'm logging as batch name user observe. Show user. Now batch name user. I am trying to. I'm opening this EMP table. See it. Select star from EMP. EMP table data. Which user's data? C hash batch name. So he's trying to drop the table now. But before drop, our DT1 trigger code executed. It is rising error. See? So who is controlling this batch name user? DT1. Who is the owner of DT1? System. What it is selling? Aura minus 20,070. You cannot drop any database object. So like this, we can control multiple users. Others also you can test. No need to test again. That's it. So this is about all 3 types of triggers. So C hash batch 2 PM. Password is Naresh IT. This is our batch login name. So successfully we finished all 3 types of triggers. Now you know very clearly about table level trigger, schema level trigger, and database level trigger. Why database level trigger? To control all users or multiple users. DDL actions. Why schema level trigger? To control one user's DDL actions. Why table level trigger? To control DMLs. Okay. For auditing tables and to implement our own business rules. Business rules means constraints. To implement our own constraints. That's it. So this is about types of triggers. Types of triggers are over, sir. Next, how to drop the trigger. Much explanation is not required. Drop trigger. Trigger. Okay. Teacher, listen. That one only I'm covering. If you want to drop the trigger, right like this. Drop trigger, trigger. Okay. So he's asking that. Our friend is asking that. Hmm. If we are using types of triggers on some users and commands, what if we want work again on that users and commands? How to remove those triggers? He's asking. Two ways are there. So what he is asking is, okay, he is asking that today you are up controlling C hash hash batch 2 p.m. user. So just now we define schema level trigger. Now the C hash hash batch 2 p.m. user cannot drop any database object now. So if we want to allow C hash hash batch 2 p.m. user again, if we want to allow the C hash hash batch 2 p.m. user again to drop, what to do? He's asking. So he's asking that as of now, C hash hash batch 2 p.m. user cannot drop any database object. Now, if we want to allow him to drop the database objects again, what to do? He's asking. So you can do like this: drop trigger st1. dt1 also we defend on this user only. Drop trigger dt1. Like this we can do. One way. Drop means permanent. Permanently st1 trigger dropped here. Here also permanently dt1 trigger will be dropped. Permanent. No, temporarily if you want to disable, just like primary key we can disable, enable. Disable means temporarily will not work. Enable means again works. So for enabling and disabling trigger, we write like this: alter trigger, trigger name, alter trigger name, disable. Now this T1 trigger will not work. Okay, if you write ST1 disable, ST1 trigger will not work. If I write like this, now again ST1 trigger works. Enable. Again ST1 trigger works. Like this we can disable and enable the trigger. Like this also you can do. No, permanently if you don't want, permanently also you can drop. I hope you understood. Teacher, good. Let me show this one only. Observe. So now he is trying to drop which user? C hash hash batch 2 p.m. user. Observe. Show user. He is unable to drop. He is unable to drop this table now. He is unable to drop the table hike. There is hike table is there. He is unable to drop it. So drop table hike. See, unable to drop. Who is controlling him? ST1. I want to drop this ST1 now. I want to drop ST1 trigger. How to drop? Drop trigger ST1. ST1 permanently dropped here. Permanent. Okay. Now again I'm logging as C hash hash batch 2 p.m. Again I'm logging as C hash hash batch 2 p.m. Now again I'm trying to drop the table. Now who is controlling me? DT1. DT1 also we defend on C hash hash batch 2 p.m. DT1 is controlling me. Is DT1 I want to disable temporarily. So disable means we write like this: alter trigger DT1 disable. Trigger alter. Altered or not check here. So now he is trying to drop. Table dropped, observe. Trigger is not working now. DT1 trigger disabled. Again, if you want to enable, you can enable it. Disable means temporary. Again, if you want to enable DT1 trigger, write like this: enable. Again, trigger works now. Again, trigger working. Now this user cannot drop. Okay, not only table, any database object. Okay, suppose there is addition procedure is there. Okay, working as of now, working. So he's trying to drop this procedure now. Drop procedure addition. See, error. Who is controlling him? DT1. So previously it was allowing him to drop because at that time DT1 was disabled. Now again DT1 enabled here. So like this, we can disable the trigger, enable the trigger. Disable means temporarily trigger will not work. Enable means again trigger works. Drop trigger means permanently trigger dropped. Is it clear? That's it, sir. No, I don't want DT1 permanently. In the future, it is disturbance for us. I have to drop it. Drop trigger DT1. That's it, sir. So this is about triggers. Some additional points may be there in the notes. One or two additional points may be there in the notes. Refer the notes and understand them. Easily you can understand how to see triggers information, how to see trigger code. Such kind of points are there. Refer the notes and understand them. Just like user underscore source maintenance code. I already explained in the procedures functions, how to see procedure code, function code that I explained. Same thing here also. Refer the notes and understand the triggers chapter is over. If it is clear, we can move forward, sir. Triggers chapter is over. Is it clear about triggers? Shall we start new chapter? Online students, is it clear about triggers? If it is clear, we can start next chapter, collections. Okay. Now, so triggers complete notes I already uploaded in the Google Classroom. Refer it and practice them. Next chapter is collections. What is collection? Why collection? These points we need to discuss now. So this one I'm explaining. Collections. Listen carefully. C language array definition. Java language array definition. C language array definition. Java language array definition. Our collection definition, same. Now, what is array in C Java, sir? Array is a set of elements of set. Do you know this or not? Same here also. Collection is a set of elements of same type. Okay, understand here? I'm declaring like this. X int. X can hold how many values now? One value. Okay, just a minute, sir. An important call. Please wait. I'm continuing the session. Listen. See, here, just like in C Java, array is there. So in C Java, int x, if you declare like this, x can hold only one value. But if you want to hold set of values, you're using array. You're declaring like this, int x of 10, x in C language. Okay, int x of 10 like this. Like this you are declaring. X can hold 10 elements now. X can hold 10 integer elements now. So to hold set of elements of same type, array concept is there. In the same way, just like C Java are providing array to hold set of values, collection holds set of elements of same type. So what is collection? It is a set of elements of same type. It can hold same type of elements only. Remember this point. Then what is the purpose of it? You tell me, sir, what is the purpose of cursor? Cursor purpose is what, sir? Do you know this point or not? Cursor purpose, collection purpose, same, sir. Cursor is used to hold multiple rows. Collection is also used to hold multiple rows. Cursor is used to hold multiple rows. Collection is also used to hold multiple rows. Cursor purpose, collection purpose, same. But cursor has some drawbacks. To avoid that, we are using collection. But collection is also having one or two drawbacks. So that is why in real time, we use both. We cannot say that cursor is outdated because of cursor is having drawbacks. Because of cursor has some drawbacks, to avoid them, collection introduced. But collection is also having some limitation. That is why cursor is also available. In real time, we use cursor collection combination code we write. Okay. So cursor purpose, collection purpose, same, sir. If anyone is asking why collection, simply say use it to hold multiple rows. Okay, now what is collection? You know. Why collection also you know. Observe 2 points. Enough. What is collection? Set of elements of set. Right? Why collection? To hold multiple rows. Understand this point now? For example, 50, 90, 70, 30, all are same type values. Observe. 50, 90, 70, 30, all are same type values. Observe. So this is one collection. What is X here? X is the collection. Collection is the set of elements of same type. Which type collection? Number type collection. What is X here? Collection. Which type of collection? Number type collection. Suppose I am writing like this. Smith, Allen, Ward, okay, Miller, like this. Okay, Smith, Allen, Ward, Miller, like this. Okay, I like this. I want to hold all the same type values. So what is Y here? Collection. Which type of collection? Varchar 2. Understand this point now? Pay attention, listen carefully. This is a key point to understand collection now. Very important point I'm telling. Department number, department name, location. 10th department, accounts department, located at New York. 10th department, accounting department, located at New York. 20th department, research department, located at Dallas. Like this. I'm sorry. Yes. Understand now? 20th department, research department, located at Dallas. This is 10th department record. This is 20th department record. This is 30th department record. 30 sales department. So and so location, Chicago. Like this data is there. Understand now? What is X here? Collection. Which type collection? Number. All are number type elements or not? Collection is the set of elements of same type. What is Y? Collection. Which type of collection? Varchar 2. All are Varchar 2 type elements only. What is Z here? Collection. Which type of collection? Which type of collection? Department percentage row type. Here, this first element department table row or not? Here, first element number type or not? Here, every element varchar 2 or not? Here, every element department row type. Are you understanding? Collection is the set of elements of same type. So here X is number type collection, Y is varchar 2 type collection, Z is department percentage row type collection. Notice here, every row is one element. Notice here, first row first element, second row second element, third row third element. Every row we are maintaining as element here. Here every element is number type. Here every element is varchar 2 type. Here every element is department row type. Just like in the cursor we are holding multiple rows. In the collection are we holding multiple rows or not? Just like in Java array, indexing starts from 0. X of 0, first element will be accessed. Here, indexing starts from 1, sir. X of 1, 50. First element will be accessed. X of 2, second element will be accessed. Like this. X of 1, first element will be accessed. X of 2, second element will be accessed like this. In the same way, how to access Smith now? Way of 1. How to access Ward, sir? Way of 3. In the same way, this is Z of 1 or not? Huh? Z of 1. This is Z of 2, right? This is Z of 3. This is Z of 1, this is Z of 2, this is Z of 3. If variable name is R, to access this department number, we write R dot department number. But now variable name is not R now. Variable name is Z of 1 now. How to access 10 now? Z of 1 dot department number. Very good. That's it. Tell me now, how to access Chicago? Once again, I'm telling, sir. If this variable name is R, how to access 10? R dot department number, R dot D name, accounting, R dot location. But this variable name is Z of 1. Z of 1. If this variable name is R dot department number, R dot D name, R dot location. But this variable name is Z of 1. Tell me, sir, how to access 10 now? Number. How to access accounting? Z of 1 dot D name. How to access New York? Z of 1 dot location. In the same way, this is Z of 2 here. How to access Dallas? Z of 2 dot location. How to access 20? Z of 2 dot department number. How to access Chicago? Z of 3 dot location. How to access sales? Z of 3 dot D name. Is it clear, sir? That's it, simple. How to store or all rows, you know now. And how to access them individual value, how to access individual values also, you know now. That's it. Just like in the cursor, we are holding multiple rows. In the collection, you are holding multiple rows. Every row I'm maintaining as this is first row, first element, second row, second element, third row, third element. Every row I'm maintaining as element here. Okay. Now, till now, I covered 2 points, sir. First point is what is collection, and second point is why collection. So, what is collection? It is a set of elements of same type. Why collection? To hold multiple rows. So, here, what is this X here? Collection. Which type of collection? Number type collection. What is Y? Collection. Which type of collection? Varchar 2 type collection. What is Z? Collection. Which type of collection? Department, percent, row type. Every element is row type. How to access this 10? Z of 1 dot department number. How to access sales? Z of 3 dot D name, like this. Okay. So this is introduction and collection. Now see here. Next topic. Types of collections. How many types of collections are there? 3 types. What are those? Associative array, nested table, VAN. These are the 3 types of collections. Associative array can be also called as PL SQL table or index by table. Okay. So now we are discussing about associative array. Today and tomorrow, how many types of collections are there? 3 types. Okay. So a little bit I'm suffering from throat pain, sir. That is why I'm explaining slowly. I'm taking gap also. I'm suffering from throat pain. So that is why I'm explaining slowly. And I'm taking gap also in the middle. So how many types of collections are there? 3 types. What are those? Associative array, nested table, BR. Today and tomorrow, completely we focus on associative array. First type. Learn it perfectly, sir. Be perfect on it. Understand it. Then, if you know associative array, in 2 minutes, you can learn nested table, sir. I'm sure about it. To the associative array, I make only one change. That becomes nested table. Learn the associative array perfectly today and tomorrow. Nested table you can learn in 2 minutes. V array. If you know nested table, in 2 minutes you can learn V array also. To the nested table, I'm making one change. To the nested table, I make one change. That becomes V array. So today, tomorrow, focus on associative array. So if you know this, in 2 minutes you can learn nested table. If you know nested table, in 2 minutes you can learn V array. So learn it perfectly. So what is associative array? Okay. I take the session up to 355. So because of session is started at 225, I take the session up to 355. Listen. So 20 minutes left. What is associative array? It is a table of. Associative array is a table of. It's a type of collection. So it is a table of two columns. That is why it can be also called as PLSQL table. Or you can say index by table. This is the latest term. Once upon a time, we were calling this as index by table or PLSQL table. Nowadays, we are calling this as associative array. What is associative array? It is a table of two columns. What are those two columns? One is uh, index and another one is element. See one example. For example, X. X is associative array. Associative array is a table of two columns. First column index, second column element. First one index, second one element. Okay. So here, element is 50. I'm taking elements like this 50, 90, 30, and 80. Next 50, 90, 30, 80. These are the elements. Four elements. Indexes are there. 1, 2. Indexing starts from 1 here. In Java, indexing starts from 0. Here, indexing starts from 1, sir. Next. So in Java, you are writing like this. Because of you already know about Java, I'm comparing with Java, sir. In Java, you are writing like this, sir. Okay. Int x of 10 or int array x equals to int array x equals to I'm giving values like this 50, 90, 30, 80. Okay, like this you are writing. So array will be created here. Single dimensional array will be created. This is single dimensional array in Java. This is single dimensional array. Okay, you tell me, sir, in single dimensional array, what it is storing? What is it holding? What is 50 here? Element. So in single dimensional array, what it is storing? Elements. Is it storing indexes in the one dimensional array? No. Indexes it is not storing, sir. This X is single dimensional array. In single dimensional array, what it is storing? Elements. 50, 90, 30, 80 elements. Single dimensional array is holding elements only. Is it storing indexes? No. Why? Because machine already knows indexing always starts from 0. Machine already knows this point. No need to tell explicitly here. Here always index is a integer only, and that indexing always starts from 0. First element means definitely index is 0, fix. Machine already knows this point. That is why in Java, we are not storing indexes separately. We are maintaining only elements there. We are not maintaining indexes there. Why we are not maintaining indexes? Because in Java, always indexing starts from 0. Always index is integer, and always indexing starts from 0. But in our PLSQL, index can be number type like this, or index can be varchar2 type also. Index can be number type like this, or index can be varchar2 type. For example, y, associative array, index, element, HYD, index. HYD is the index now. Element, HYD population, 20 lakhs. Suppose I'm being like this. BLR, Bangalore population, 30 lakhs. Like this we are maintaining. Okay, Chennai population, 25 lakhs. Understand now? Here, what is X? Associative array. How can we say it has two columns? Associative array is a table of two columns. What is X here? Associative array. How can you say two columns are there? What are those two columns? Index, element. Okay, what is Y? Associative array. How can we say it has two columns? One is index and another one is element. Why it is maintaining index and element both here? Because here index can be number type, index can be varchar2 type. Both possibilities are there. That is why associative array maintains index and element. Okay. Do you want to hold number type indexes, or do you want to hold varchar2 type indexes? Machine does not know. That is why in the associative array it is maintaining indexes here. But here in Java, in single dimensional array, it is storing elements only. It is not storing indexes. Indexes it is not storing here. Indexes it is not maintaining. Why? Because machine already knows index first element index value is 0, second element index value is 1. Like this Java machine already knows. So that is why it is not storing indexes separately. It is maintaining only element. But here in associative array, okay, number type index you can take. Varchar2 type index also you can take. Both are possible. So that is why it is storing index and element both. That's it. So what is associative array? It is a table of two columns. What are those two columns? Index, element. Here index can be number type, index can be varchar2 type. In associative array, index can be number type and index can be varchar2 type also. Okay. Here index can be number type or index can be varchar2 type. Both are possible. How to create this associative array now? Creating associative array. Creating associative array. How to create associative array? Follow 2 steps. What are those 2 steps? Understand this point. Okay. For easy understanding purpose, I'm comparing with Java, sir. Most of you are full stack students only. That is why I'm comparing with Java. In Java, in some memory location, I want to store 50. This is my requirement now. So I want to hold 50 in the X. So to allocate memory like this, we need to declare or not? Declare. If we declare, then only memory will be allocated. Okay. So, but to declare this X, data type is required. In Java, to declare this X, to hold this integer value, I'm taking X here. I want to declare X now. To declare this X, is there any ready-made data type in Java? Which data type? Int built-in type or user-defined? Built-in. Java developers defined it. Built-in. So int X, it is holding in that if you want to hold 50, X equals to 50. Now my requirement is, okay, sir. In Java, to create this X, data type is ready. So if data type is ready, one step we follow, sir. That is what? Declare. Declare. If data type is ready, one step we follow. What is that one? Declare. But suppose I want to create this even object, sir. Employee object I want to create now. Employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee ID 1001, employee name Raju, his salary 30,000. This even object I want to create now. So to create this even object must be declared now. Even object must be declared. Okay. So now I want to declare even now. To declare even, is data type ready, sir? Is data type ready? No. If data type is not ready, what we have to do? Huh? Define the class. Define the class means we are defining our own data type or not. Defining class means we are defining our own data type or not. That's it. If data type is not ready, follow 2 steps. Define our own data type. Define our own data type. Then create object. Okay, then create object. Then declare variable. Declare variable or declare object like that. Okay. The point to understand here is if data type is ready, int ready-made data type, if data type is ready, how many steps we follow? 1 step. What is that 1 step? Declare. Because data type is ready. I want to create even object now. To create even object, data type is not ready. So if data type is not ready, what we have to do? Define our own data type. After that, what we have to do? Declare object for that data type. So if data type is ready, we follow 1 step, declare. If data type is not ready, define our own data type, then declare. Same point is apply here. Same point apply here, sir. I want to create this X associative array now. In our PL SQL, I want to create this X associative array now. To create this X associative array, we need to declare X now. To declare X, data type is required. But is there any ready-made data type? No. Suppose I want to hold 50, sir. To hold this 50, I'm taking one variable A. To declare A, is data type is ready? Yes. What is the data type? Int. So to declare A, data type is ready. So that is why I'm declaring here. If data type is ready, we follow 1 step, declare. But I want to create X associative array. X. I need to declare now. To declare it, is data type is ready? No. There is no data type. For associative array, there is no data type in PL/SQL. If data type is not there, what we have to do? Define our own data type. User defined data type. Define our own data type. After creating our own data type, declare variable for our own data type. Okay, that's it. So the point to understand here is, if data type is ready, follow one step, declare. If data type is not ready to create this X associated array, data type is not ready. If data type is not ready, follow two steps. What are those? Define our own data type, then declare. Here, because of int data type ready, if data type is ready, one step, declare. If data type is not ready, define our own data type, then declare. Is this point clear, sir? So how to define our own data type? Okay, this we need to learn. Understand now? Syntax to define our own data type. Our own associative array data type. See here, how to define type. Type keyword we have to use. Type name. Our own data type name. Type means data type. Type name is table of. Is table of. Element data type. Is a table of element data type. Element data type. Index by. Index by. Index data type. That's it. Remember this syntax, follow it. This is the way of defining our own data type. Now I want to define my own data type. My own data type name is numArray. So I'm writing like this. Type my own data type name, numArray. Is a table of. Is a table of. Which type of elements we want to hold? Observe, sir. Element number of 2 or not? So element data type is number of 2. Just like in the Java, you are defining class means that is your own data type. So here we are defining type means this is our own data type. Our own data type name is numArray. In this, I want to hold number type elements, number type indexes. So which type elements you want to hold, which type indexes you want to hold, tell that one. Index by. Okay. Here observe now, index is which data type? Number type or not? Number type. Index is number type. But we cannot write number of 1 like this. For indexes, we cannot use number data types, sir. For indexes, we can use binary underscore integer or PLS underscore integer. Remember this. If index is number type, we cannot use number. Use binary underscore integer. It is older one. Latest one is PLS underscore integer. I use latest one. PLS underscore integer. Maybe in the notes, older one may be there. Okay. PLS underscore integer is latest one. But in the notes, I used binary underscore integer. But here I am explaining with PLS underscore integer. This is older one, sir. This is latest one. PLS underscore integer. So why these only it accepts? Why it will not accept number? Why it will not accept number like this? Why it is accepting binary underscore integer or PLS underscore integer? Because these are hardware level data types. Okay, these are called hardware level data types. Hardware level data types means what? Hardware means what? Device. These data types can directly communicate with device. These data types can directly communicate with memory. Means automatically they improve the performance. So to improve the performance, generally for loop variables, for indexes, we use this PLS underscore integer for improving performance. Because it can directly communicate with memory. It is faster. Okay, so that is why we are using it. Number, it will not accept because number is slower comparing with this binary underscore integer and PLS underscore integer. So these are faster. These can directly communicate with memory. faster. So that is why it accepts only binary underscore integer or PLS underscore integer. Next, second one, declare variable. This is not new to you, sir. How to declare, you already know. It's not new to you. How to declare variable name? Our own data type. What is our own data type? What is our own data type? Number. Number. That's it. What is X here? Associative array. Num array is our own associative array data type. So now X can hold number type elements, number type indexes. If you want to hold varchar 2 type indexes, write like this, varchar 2 of 10. Now indexes are varchar 2 type. So here index can be number type, index can be varchar 2 type. So here we are defining our own data type. Here we are defining our own data type. For our own data type, we are declaring variable. Okay, just like X int or A int. Int is ready-made data type. The same way, X numarray. Numarray is user-defined data type, associative array data type. X can hold, X is numarray data type. So numarray data type variable can hold number type elements, number type indexes. Okay, did you understand these 2 points, sir? How to define our own data type, how to declare variable. Topic is not over, but time is over. So I'm stopping the session here. Tomorrow we continue our session with same topic, associative array. Okay, in real time, cursors collections are very important, sir. Don't miss tomorrow's session. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Online students, if you have any doubts, type in the chat box. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Session is over. Any doubts? Okay. Good. Chandan. Keep on practice. Practice well. Understand them and put it aside. In your career, somewhere these topics are useful. All online students, please concentrate on practicals. Okay. If you have any doubts, type in the chat box. Otherwise, you can leave. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm leaving the session. See you tomorrow.